to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to close. And with your eyes closed, you can position your body in a way to make yourself feel more comfortable. You can become aware of the feeling, the sensation, so that as you breathe in and breathe out, you can notice that on the outward breath, you're able to feel deeper and deeper relaxed, like you're letting go of feelings of tension, any feelings of stress, any worries, perhaps any pain just starts to leave your body in your outward breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, become aware of clues as to where tension exists in your body now. Maybe the clue is a tightness around the jaw, or a feeling that you're holding on to a facial expression that isn't needed. Perhaps it's the position of your shoulders or your arms. And I want you to imagine that you're scanning your body from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. And what you're looking for is the sensation that a muscle is tense where it doesn't need to be, or that your body's in a position that is no longer useful in this place of relaxation. I want you to recall a time when you were on a boat. The boat was on a lake and the sun was shining. I want you to remember a time when you were lying there on the front of the boat, feeling the gentle rocking of the boat. Perhaps there was a gentle breeze. Maybe there were sounds around you, the sound of water hitting the side of the boat. As you feel the sun on your skin, continue to breathe in and breathe out. Only this time, extend the length of that outward breath. So your outward breath takes longer until your lungs are completely empty, allowing all of that tension to leave your body. Then as you breathe in, feeling that you're breathing in a wonderful feeling of resourcefulness, the kind of feelings that enable you to make great choices. Not just great choices as to what to eat and what to drink and when to eat and when to drink, but great choices in every area of your life. I will count down from 5 to 1, and I want you to imagine what it would be like to imagine falling asleep there while you're lying down on that boat. With each descending number, you will feel that you're becoming more relaxed and that you're releasing tension. 5. Any and all muscles around your face, your head, just decide to let go of that tension. 4. Muscles around your neck, your shoulders, all the way down your arms to your fingers. Release that tension and let it go now. 3. As you breathe in, feel that all of your internal organs are starting to relax. Your heart, your lungs, your stomach, all your internal organs all the way down to your diaphragm and your gut. Allow them all to release whatever they're holding on to that you don't need. Release the tension, release any stress, release any anxiety, enabling you to take deeper and deeper breaths. And then 2, feeling that relaxation spread all the way down your legs as you're there on that boat under the sun, feeling more and more relaxed. And then 1, even your feet, your toes relax, feeling relaxation spreading to every cell in your body, like the ripples on top of the lake. And then imagine that you're drifting off into a deep sleep where you start to dream. And in this dream, you're dreaming of a horse. I want you to imagine the most expensive, beautiful, elegant horse that you can imagine. You know the breed, you know how it looks, and there is something so impressive about this horse. And you are the custodian of this horse. You have the responsibility of making sure this horse gets the best nutrition, the best exercise, and to keep it away from harm and dangers. I want you to imagine that wherever this horse is, there's a mischievous child that always wants to give the horse sugar cubes and biscuits. And if you're not vigilant, that's exactly what the horse will eat. And even though you know the horse needs the very best nutrition, supplements, movement, and care and attention, this mischievous child just knows that the horse likes these sugar cubes. I want you to get a feeling of protection. That you're protecting the horse from danger. You're protecting the horse from things that could do it harm. And then I want you to realize that in this dream, you are the horse. You are the horse and the custodian, the protector. I want you to imagine that you are now in the body of the horse. Imagine feeling like you have that tail, the mane. Imagine that you're seeing the world the way that a horse would see the world. Allow your unconscious mind to accept the suggestion that if you had a precious, valuable horse, it would be intuitive and second nature to give the horse the best quality food, the level of activity to ensure that the horse is fit and strong and healthy. And now I want you to imagine there are 2 things I want you to imagine that you're in the body of the horse and you can feel an ache there in one of your knees. And I want you to imagine that you see a rider approach the horse, and the horse is you. And the rider of the horse is very overweight. And I want you to feel that rider climbing on your back, and you can feel the weight. I want your unconscious mind to accept that you enjoyed life better when you were free of pain, and you enjoyed life better when you weren't carrying an excess weight. As you walk around a field or a paddock, feel that with this excess weight on your back, it's causing more pressure on that knee. It's not pleasant to walk or run around when you have this excess weight on your back. And then I want you to imagine that you're presented with nutritious foods, but you're also, out of the corner of your eye, seeing a mischievous child offering you a sugar cube. I want you to unlock the part of you that knows that if you eat the sugar cubes and those things that might make you feel good in the moment, it will take longer for the pain to go away in your knee, and this excess unnecessary weight that you're carrying on your back will be there for longer. And I want you to feel that you're making a choice. You're making a choice to choose those nutritious foods. I want you now to morph into a version of you in the future. A version of you in the future in your own environment, where again you're presented with different choices. Only now, rather than a weight on your back, any excess body fat feels like extra weight that you're carrying around. And there are choices around you. You can have junk food, snacks, processed food that might taste good, but it keeps that unnecessary weight on you. Or you could treat yourself like one of the world's most valuable horses and be the custodian of yourself, making sure you consume the best quality foods and nutrition and the kind of activity that takes you to become the very best version of yourself. And I want you to travel through time until you're observing a version of you in the future. And maybe that's 3 months in the future or 6 months. I want you to see a future version of you that has treated yourself as someone high value, ultra worthy, worthy of the very best food, nutrition, and activity, and see that you've been thinking that way for many months, and the consequence is that you've lost weight. And observe as you see yourself back on your horse with distinctive dressage boots, stiff leather boots, and you can see yourself with a smile on your face. You can see you've lost weight because of your body shape. You can see you've lost weight because when you look at your neck and your face, you can see that weight that you were carrying before is no longer in this future version of you. You seem happier, more confident. You seem lighter, with more energy. And you can see that the way that you're moving and walking means that there's either less pain or no pain, giving you confidence that in this future version of you, day after day, week after week of great choices has contributed not just to losing weight, but getting healthier and fitter, enabling your body to recover to the level you want it to be. And then observe yourself wearing a swimming costume. And maybe you see yourself swimming in a lake or swimming in a pool, but you're swimming with a smile on your face, brimming with confidence, and still noticing that you're treating yourself as someone that is just as valuable, if not more valuable, than the world's most valuable horse. And when your unconscious mind accepts this to be true, unlocking the resources to make great choices and pulling you towards a compelling vision of the future where you get to be the version of you that you want to be, just let me know by nodding your head. Your unconscious mind is now programmed not to have to make healthy choices, but to want to make healthy choices. To treat yourself as valuable, to treat yourself as deserving of the very best. The best food, the best nutrition, the best activities. And notice that that journey didn't have to be a struggle. The journey could be enjoyable because each time you made a good choice, it took you closer to the future version of you that you aspire to have, and that felt better than the food itself. Imagine that you're now back in the body of the horse, and then feeling that because of the choices that you've made, this heavy rider is no longer on you, and I want you to gallop, feeling light, feeling with energy, feeling less pain. Feel the sensation of galloping through a field, no longer carrying that excess weight, and feel how good it feels to just be a galloping horse. And then return back on the boat, realizing that this is just a dream within a dream, a thought within a thought, an idea within an idea. And I want you to look out over the lake, but again feeling that you are now lighter, healthier, deserving of the very best choices. And then realize that even the boat is just a thought within a thought, and you return to the present, listening to my voice with all parts, returning to this moment now. Particularly the part that is willing to treat you as someone valuable, deserving the very best, aligned with choices, knowing that your future is proportionate to the choices you make consistently over time. And the more of these great choices you make, the quicker you manifest your future. In a few moments' time, I will count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, motivated, determined, but also with an intense desire to be the custodian of yourself, to give you the very best, enabling you to gravitate towards a future that you deserve. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.